Have you ever woken up feeling stiff, achy, or weighed down by chronic pain in your knees, back, or joints? Have you ever reached for another bottle of pills, wondering if there's a gentler, more natural way to find relief? If you're tired of temporary fixes and searching for something simple yet powerful, this video is for you. Today, I'm sharing a time-tested remedy using just 2 ingredients you likely have in your kitchen: castor oil and garlic. Watch until the end to discover exactly how to use this blend, the surprising health issues it can help with, and why it might just be the natural healing secret you've been waiting for. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. For centuries, castor oil has been revered as one of the most potent natural remedies known to humanity, celebrated for its remarkable healing properties. Derived from the seeds of the Ricinus communis plant, this thick, viscous oil stands apart from other natural oils due to its unparalleled ability to penetrate deeply into the body's tissues. Unlike lighter oils that merely coat the skin surface, castor oil seeps into the deeper layers, reaching muscles, joints, and connective tissues where pain, inflammation, and tension often reside. This unique capacity for deep absorption is largely attributed to its high concentration of ricinoleic acid, a fatty acid with anti-inflammatory and analgesic properties that makes castor oil a powerhouse for addressing a wide range of ailments. When applied topically, castor oil doesn't just sit idly on the skin. It begins to work almost immediately, softening hardened tissues, reducing swelling, and promoting the body's natural detoxification processes. It gently encourages the release of stagnant fluids, toxins, and other substances that the body no longer needs, fostering a sense of renewal and relief. Historically, castor oil has been used across cultures to treat an array of conditions, from chronic pain and arthritis to digestive issues like constipation, skin disorders such as eczema and psoriasis, and even the breakdown of scar tissue. Its versatility is matched only by its simplicity, making it a staple in traditional medicine cabinets for generations. What truly sets castor oil apart, however, is the sensory experience it provides. As it absorbs, it often produces a subtle, soothing warmth, a gentle loosening of tension that feels like a quiet conversation between the oil and your body. It's as if your tissues are whispering, "Thank you, I've been waiting for this." I've applied castor oil to my wrists after long hours of typing, to my knees after a strenuous hike, and to my lower back during moments of discomfort. With consistent use over days or weeks, the results have been undeniable: reduced aching, diminished stiffness, and a noticeable improvement in mobility and sleep quality. The beauty of castor oil lies in its safety and accessibility. It's a natural, non-invasive remedy with no known side effects when used appropriately, requiring no prescriptions or complicated protocols. It's a gift from nature that the body seems to instinctively recognize and embrace. Yet, as extraordinary as castor oil is on its own, its healing potential is magnified when paired with another time-honored natural remedy: garlic. This common kitchen staple, often celebrated for its culinary contributions, is a medicinal titan in its own right. Garlic, Allium sativum, has been used for millennia not just as a flavor enhancer but as a powerful therapeutic agent. Modern science has begun to validate what ancient healers long understood. Garlic possesses potent antibacterial, antiviral, and anti-inflammatory properties, thanks to its active compound, allicin, which is released when a garlic clove is crushed or chopped. Studies have shown that garlic can be up to 6 times more effective than certain prescription antibiotics in combating bacterial infections, offering a natural alternative with fewer risks of resistance or side effects. Garlic's ability to cleanse the body from within is remarkable. When ingested or applied topically, it quickly enters the bloodstream, targeting areas of infection, inflammation, or congestion. It bolsters the immune system, reduces swelling, and even supports cardiovascular health by improving circulation and lowering blood pressure. Beyond the laboratory, I've witnessed garlic's transformative effects firsthand. A close friend who struggled with chronic sinus infections found relief within days of using a garlic-infused compress, her breathing becoming clearer and her energy restored. Another acquaintance, plagued by persistent chest congestion, applied garlic oil topically and reported restful sleep for the first time in months, free from the relentless coughing that had kept her awake. For those wary of garlic's pungent aroma or intense flavor, there's no need to worry. You don't have to chew raw cloves to reap their benefits. Garlic can be incorporated into warm soups, blended with olive oil as a spread for toast, or, as I'll explain shortly, combined with castor oil for a topical application that delivers powerful results without irritation. Garlic seems to possess an almost intuitive ability to locate areas of distress within the body, homing in on the source of discomfort and setting to work. When united with castor oil, these two humble ingredients form a synergistic partnership, creating a remedy that is greater than the sum of its parts. Now, let's explore how to harness the combined power of castor oil and garlic to create a simple, effective healing compress that you can easily make at home. This remedy requires no specialized equipment or hard-to-find ingredients. Just a few items you likely already have in your kitchen or medicine cabinet. Here's a detailed step-by-step guide to crafting and using this natural remedy. Prepare your materials. Begin with a clean piece of soft, absorbent fabric to serve as the base for your compress. A thin cotton washcloth, a square cut from an old t-shirt, or a piece of flannel works perfectly. The fabric should be large enough to cover the area you're treating, whether it's a sore joint, a tight muscle, or your chest for respiratory relief. Place the fabric on a sheet of plastic wrap or parchment paper to prevent the oil from seeping through and staining your clothes or bedding. Add castor oil. Pour approximately 1 teaspoon of high-quality, cold-pressed castor oil onto the center of the fabric. Castor oil is notably thick, so it will pool slightly, forming a small, glossy puddle. This is exactly what you want, as it ensures the oil will make direct contact with your skin and begin its deep penetration. If you're treating a larger area, you may need slightly more oil, but start conservatively to avoid excess mess. Incorporate garlic. Take a fresh garlic clove and finely grate it using a microplane or garlic press. You'll need only a small amount, about half a clove or less, depending on your sensitivity to garlic's potency. Gently mix the grated garlic into the castor oil on the fabric, allowing the two to meld. Let the mixture sit for a minute or two to begin absorbing into the cloth, enhancing the synergy between the oil's penetrating properties and the garlic's therapeutic compounds. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Apply the compress. Place the prepared compress directly onto the area you wish to treat, ensuring the oil and garlic side is in contact with your skin. This could be a stiff knee, a sore wrist, your lower back, or even your chest if you're addressing congestion or respiratory discomfort. Secure the compress in place by wrapping the area with a soft towel, an elastic bandage, or a strip of fabric to keep it snug without restricting circulation. Allow time for absorption. Leave the compress on for at least 1 hour to give the castor oil and garlic time to penetrate deeply. For maximum benefit, consider wearing it overnight while you sleep, provided you protect your bedding with an extra towel or layer of clothing. The longer the compress remains in place, the more thoroughly it can work to reduce inflammation, ease pain, and promote healing. Enhance with heat. Optional to amplify the compress's effects. Place a heating pad or a hot water bottle over the wrapped area. The gentle warmth will help the castor oil penetrate even deeper into your tissues and activate the volatile compounds in the garlic, boosting their anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. Be sure to keep the heat at a comfortable level to avoid irritation or burns. Store and reuse. After use, carefully fold the compress and store it in a resealable plastic bag or an airtight container. The same compress can be reused for several days, as long as you refresh it with a few drops of castor oil and a small amount of freshly grated garlic each time. This makes the remedy not only effective but also economical and sustainable. The results of this castor oil and garlic compress can be truly transformative. I'll share a personal story to illustrate its impact. For years, I'd grown accustomed to a baseline level of discomfort, aching joints, occasional back stiffness, and the general weariness that I'd chalked up to aging. I'd tried countless remedies. Over-the-counter ointments that provided fleeting relief, supplements that promised more than they delivered, and pain relievers that left me foggy and fatigued. I'd resigned myself to thinking, this is just how life is now. But when I began using the castor oil and garlic compress, something shifted. After just 7 days of consistent use, applying the compress to my lower back each evening and leaving it on overnight, I noticed a difference that caught me off guard. The deep, nagging ache that had become a constant companion began to fade. My movements felt smoother, less restricted, and I was sleeping more soundly than I had in months. It wasn't an overnight miracle, but rather a gradual, steady improvement that reminded me what it felt like to move through the day with ease. The warmth of the compress, the subtle aroma of garlic, and the knowledge that I was using a remedy rooted in nature's wisdom made the experience all the more rewarding. This castor oil and garlic compress is more than just a remedy. It's a testament to the power of simple, natural ingredients working in harmony with the body's innate ability to heal. Whether you're seeking relief from chronic pain, inflammation, congestion, or simply a way to support your overall well-being, this time-tested combination offers a safe, accessible, and profoundly effective solution. Give it a try, and let your body experience the gratitude of being nurtured by nature's finest healers. Deep within me, a quiet hope persisted, a longing for a remedy that was straightforward, natural, and free from the cycle of prescriptions, clinical waiting rooms, and fleeting solutions. I yearned for something that could genuinely address the root of my discomfort without adding complexity to my life. That's when I decided to experiment with a simple, time-honored blend of castor oil and freshly grated garlic, a combination rooted in traditional wisdom yet often overlooked in our modern rush for pharmaceutical fixes. My first trial was on my wrist, a joint that had been a source of nagging pain for years, the kind of ache that creeps into your awareness subtly but relentlessly. It was the sort of discomfort that jolted me awake when I shifted in bed, a dull throb that lingered through the day, quietly eroding my ability to perform even the smallest tasks, pouring a kettle, fastening a button, or gripping a pen without a twinge of hesitation. I approached the remedy with care, following a meticulous yet simple process. Using a soft, clean cloth, I prepared the blend, a teaspoon of cold-pressed castor oil, known for its deep penetrating and anti-inflammatory properties, and a small amount of garlic, freshly grated to release its potent sulfur compounds. The garlic's sharp, earthy scent mingled with the oil's subtle viscosity, creating a mixture that felt alive with possibility. I applied it gently to my wrist, wrapping it snugly but not tightly, and allowed myself to rest, letting the blend work its quiet magic. That first night, I wasn't expecting a miracle, but I noticed a subtle shift. The pain didn't vanish entirely, but the area felt soothed, enveloped in a gentle warmth, as if the tension that had taken root in my joint was beginning to loosen. When I woke the next morning, my wrist felt less rigid, less like it was fighting against me. I slept more soundly than I had in weeks, undisturbed by the usual sharp stabs that accompanied my movements. By the third night, the changes became more pronounced. My wrist moved with a newfound ease, as if the inflammation that had gripped it for so long was gradually dissipating, like ice melting under a warm sun. Everyday tasks, turning a doorknob, lifting a mug, felt less daunting. I no longer had to shake out my hand in the morning to coax it into functionality. By the seventh day, something remarkable happened. I woke up and realized I had slept through the entire night, uninterrupted by pain or the need to adjust the compress. It was a small victory, but it felt monumental. When I removed the cloth that morning and examined my wrist, I was struck by the visible difference. The swelling, once a stubborn fixture, had noticeably subsided. The persistent ache that had been my constant companion was gone, replaced by a sense of lightness and freedom I hadn't felt in years. It wasn't a miracle cure or a dramatic overnight transformation. It was something gentler, more profound, a natural remedy that had reached deep into the source of my discomfort and begun to unravel it. Encouraged by this success, I extended the experiment to my knees, which had long been plagued by a throbbing sensitivity, especially when the weather turned cold or damp. The process was the same: a soft cloth, a careful application of the castor oil and garlic blend, and a commitment to consistency. After about a week, the results were undeniable. I rose from chairs with greater ease, my steps felt lighter, and I could walk longer distances without the familiar ache creeping in. I began to feel like myself again. Not a younger version, but a version unburdened by the limitations pain had imposed. The beauty of this remedy lay in its simplicity and purity. No side effects, no upset stomach, no dizziness or foggy-headedness, just a comforting ritual I could perform in the sanctuary of my own home, using ingredients I trusted implicitly. Word of my experience spread among my circle of friends, many of whom were grappling with their aches and pains, the kind that accumulate over decades of living. One friend, Louise, a retired teacher in her late 60s, had endured 3 decades of intermittent lower back pain, a remnant of years spent standing on unforgiving classroom floors. Skeptical but desperate for relief, she tried the blend, applying it diligently to her lower back each night. 2 weeks later, she called me, her voice trembling with emotion. I forgot what it felt like to move without bracing myself for every step, she said. I'm gardening again, bending down to pull weeds without that old fear of seizing up. Another friend, a former postal worker in his 70s named Tom, applied the blend to an old ankle injury that had left him limping and reliant on a brace. After 10 days, he reported walking farther than he had in years, his stride steady, his confidence restored. I'm not afraid of falling anymore, he told me, his eyes bright with disbelief. I'm not here to proclaim this blend as a panacea or a cure for every ailment. That's not the point. What I am here to share is a deeply held belief, born from experience and reinforced by the stories of others. Your body, no matter your age, retains an extraordinary capacity to heal. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, your body is still listening, still responsive to care, nourishment, and patience. This simple blend of castor oil and garlic is a quiet, powerful tool, one that asks only for your consistency and trust. If you've been living with chronic discomfort, if you've begun to believe that your best days are behind you, I urge you to pause and reconsider. It is not too late. You are not too old. You have not missed your window to feel vibrant, strong, and at home in your body once more. This blend could be the gentle beginning of that journey. Let's dive deeper into the real-world applications of this castor oil and garlic blend, grounded in years of researching natural health solutions and listening to the experiences of people seeking gentle, effective remedies they can use at home. What I've discovered is that this combination is far more versatile than most realize, addressing a range of conditions that erode quality of life. Let's start with one of the most pervasive, arthritis. Arthritis is a thief of independence, slowly robbing you of the ability to perform everyday tasks. Whether it manifests in your hands, knees, hips, or shoulders, it transforms simple actions, tying shoelaces, opening jars, or holding a book, into daunting challenges. The stiffness, swelling, and unpredictable aches can feel like a betrayal of the body you once knew. The castor oil and garlic blend offers a soothing counterpoint. Castor oil, with its anti-inflammatory ricinoleic acid, penetrates deeply into tissues, targeting the inflammation at its source rather than merely masking it. Garlic, rich in allicin and other sulfur compounds, acts as a natural antibacterial and anti-inflammatory agent, calming the immune system's overzealous response. Together, they work synergistically to reduce joint stiffness, improve circulation, and alleviate discomfort over time. A woman in her late 70s, a lifelong knitter, shared her story with me. Convinced she'd have to abandon her craft after 60 years, she began applying the blend to her swollen knuckles. 2 weeks later, she was back to knitting scarves for her grandchildren, her hands moving with a dexterity she thought was lost forever. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Next, consider bone spurs, those painful bony growths that form as the body's misguided attempt to stabilize a stressed or inflamed joint. I once dealt with a small spur on my heel, a nagging pain that made every morning step a grimace-inducing ordeal. Applying the castor oil and garlic blend consistently softened the surrounding tissue, reducing inflammation and easing the pressure. Within a few weeks, the pain began to fade, and a podiatrist later confirmed a significant reduction in inflammation. Patience is key with bone spurs. A spur that's been present for months may take weeks to improve, while one that's lingered for years might require months of steady application. But the possibility of relief is real, and the process is gentle. Respiratory conditions like bronchitis, asthma, or chest congestion also respond remarkably to this blend. Garlic's mucolytic properties help break up stubborn mucus, while its anti-inflammatory compounds ease chest tightness. When combined with castor oil and applied as a warm compress to the chest, the blend penetrates deeply, loosening congestion and promoting clearer breathing. A woman I spoke with used it during a severe winter cold, applying it to her chest each night. Within hours, she felt her airways begin to open, and after a few days, her cough had vanished entirely. The warmth of the compress, coupled with the blend's therapeutic properties, offered relief that felt both immediate and lasting. This castor oil and garlic blend is not a quick fix or a one-size-fits-all solution, but it is a testament to the body's resilience and the power of natural remedies. It invites you to participate in your healing, to approach your discomfort with care and intention. For those who feel weighed down by pain or limited by age, it offers a reminder. Your body is still capable of renewal, and relief may be closer than you think. Harnessing the power of castor oil and garlic, a natural approach to healing. For centuries, natural remedies have offered gentle, effective ways to support the body's innate ability to heal. Among these time-honored solutions is the combination of castor oil and garlic, a dynamic duo that, when used as a compress, can address a wide range of health concerns. From chronic sinus infections to digestive sluggishness, skin irritations, and even more complex conditions like fibroids or kidney stones, this simple blend provides a versatile, non-invasive way to promote wellness. Below, we'll explore how to use this remedy for various ailments, share real-life success stories, and provide detailed guidance on safe application to ensure you feel confident and prepared. Relieving sinus congestion and headaches. Chronic sinus issues, whether infections, pressure, or tension headaches, can make daily life feel heavy and exhausting. A targeted castor oil and garlic compress can offer relief by reducing inflammation and clearing blockages in the nasal passages. To apply, prepare a small compress using a soft cotton cloth or flannel, soaked with a blend of castor oil and a small amount of freshly grated garlic. Place the compress over the sinuses, across the bridge of the nose and under the eyes, or on the forehead for headache relief. Be cautious to avoid the delicate skin around the eyes and nostrils, as garlic's potency can irritate these sensitive areas. The castor oil penetrates deeply, soothing inflamed tissues, while garlic's natural antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties help combat infection and reduce swelling. With consistent use, typically 20 to 30 minutes daily, many people report clearer breathing, reduced sinus pressure, and fewer headaches. For best results, pair the compress with steam inhalation or a warm shower to further open the nasal passages. Supporting digestive health naturally. As we age, digestive issues like bloating, constipation, and general discomfort often become more frequent. The body's natural rhythms slow, and what was once effortless can feel like a struggle. Castor oil has been used for generations to promote healthy bowel movements, but taking it orally can be harsh, causing cramping or digestive upset for some. Instead, applying a castor oil and garlic compress externally to the abdomen offers a gentler, equally effective alternative. To use, apply a warm compress soaked in the blend over the lower abdomen, covering the area from the navel to the pelvic bone. Secure it with a towel or plastic wrap and rest for 30 to 60 minutes, ideally with a heating pad to enhance absorption. The castor oil stimulates circulation and supports peristalsis, the wave-like contractions of the intestines, while garlic helps reduce inflammation and combat any underlying microbial imbalances. Real-life experiences highlight the power of this approach. A 62-year-old retired nurse shared, "For years, I dreaded meals because I knew bloating and constipation would follow. After using the compress for just a few days, my digestion felt smoother, and my abdomen felt less heavy. Now, I eat with confidence, and my body feels like it's working again." Many others report similar results. Within a week of consistent use, bowel movements become more regular, bloating diminishes, and overall comfort improves. For optimal results, combine the compress with a fiber-rich diet, adequate hydration, and light movement like walking. Addressing fibroids, cysts, and women's health. For women dealing with conditions like uterine fibroids or ovarian cysts, the castor oil and garlic compress can be a game changer. These growths often cause pain, heavy menstrual bleeding, and fatigue, and while medical intervention is sometimes necessary, natural remedies can complement conventional care. The compress works by improving circulation, reducing inflammation, and supporting the body's ability to break down abnormal tissue. One inspiring story comes from a 32-year-old woman who discovered a 3-inch uterine fibroid during a routine exam. Facing the prospect of surgery, she decided to try a holistic approach first. She applied the castor oil and garlic compress to her lower abdomen nearly every night for 5 months, pairing it with dietary changes and natural hormone balancing supplements under the guidance of a naturopath. By her follow-up ultrasound, the fibroid had shrunk by more than half, and her symptoms, debilitating cramps, irregular cycles, and low energy, had dramatically improved. "I felt like I got my life back," she said. "The pain is gone, my cycles are regular, and I avoided surgery." While results vary, this story illustrates the potential of consistent, intentional use. Apply the compress over the lower abdomen for 30 to 60 minutes daily, ideally at night when the body is in a restorative state. Always consult a healthcare provider to monitor progress, especially for serious conditions like fibroids or cysts. Soothing skin conditions like eczema and psoriasis. Skin conditions such as eczema and psoriasis can be both physically uncomfortable and emotionally distressing, with symptoms like redness, itching, flaking, and irritation. The castor oil and garlic compress offers a natural way to calm inflamed skin, reduce itching, and promote healing. Castor oil's rich, emollient texture hydrates and softens the skin, while its anti-inflammatory properties help tame flare-ups. Garlic, in small amounts, provides antimicrobial benefits to prevent secondary infections in cracked or irritated skin. To use, apply a thin layer of the blend to a soft cloth and gently place it over the affected area for 15 to 30 minutes. For sensitive skin, reduce the amount of garlic or strain it out after infusing the oil to minimize irritation. After removing the compress, gently pat the skin dry and follow with a fragrance-free moisturizer to lock in hydration. With regular use, many people notice less redness, reduced itching, and smoother, healthier skin. Be patient. Skin healing can take weeks, but the results are worth the commitment. Easing hemorrhoids with care. Hemorrhoids are a sensitive topic, but they're incredibly common and can cause significant discomfort. The castor oil and garlic compress, when used thoughtfully, can provide fast, soothing relief. To apply, prepare a small compress and freeze it briefly to create a cooling effect, which helps shrink swollen tissues and numb discomfort. Place the compress gently against the affected area for 10 to 15 minutes, ensuring a cloth barrier to protect the skin. Castor oil reduces swelling and promotes tissue repair, while garlic's antimicrobial properties help prevent infection and calm irritation. The cold temperature offers immediate comfort, making this a powerful, multi-pronged approach. Many users report noticeable relief within a day or two, with reduced pain and swelling after consistent use. Always maintain hygiene and consult a doctor if symptoms persist or worsen. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Supporting liver, gallbladder, and kidney health. The castor oil and garlic compress can also benefit internal organs like the liver, gallbladder, and kidneys, which play critical roles in detoxification and waste elimination. For gallstones or liver congestion, apply the compress to the upper right abdomen, just below the rib cage, where the liver and gallbladder are located. The blend may help improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and support the breakdown of fatty deposits or congestion. Pair this with a nutrient-dense diet, ample hydration, and liver-supportive herbs like milk thistle for enhanced benefits. For kidney stones or general kidney support, place the compress over the lower back, where the kidneys sit, just below the rib cage on either side of the spine. Consistent use, 30 to 60 minutes daily for several weeks, can promote circulation and reduce discomfort. One user shared, after months of nagging kidney pain, the compress, combined with increased water intake and a cleaner diet, made a huge difference. I feel lighter and more energized. While these applications are not a cure for serious conditions, they can complement medical treatment and support overall organ health. Always seek professional guidance for persistent or severe symptoms. A holistic approach to healing. The beauty of the castor oil and garlic compress lies in its simplicity and versatility. With just 2 natural ingredients and a commitment to consistency, you can address a wide range of health concerns without relying on harsh chemicals or invasive treatments. Unlike many conventional remedies that mask symptoms, this blend works at the root, supporting your body's natural healing processes. Swelling softens, stiffness eases, and pain begins to fade, not overnight, but gradually, with each application building on the last. The emotional benefits are just as profound. Chronic pain or discomfort can erode your sense of freedom, joy, and confidence. By taking an active role in your healing, you reclaim a sense of agency and hope. As one user put it, using the compress feels like a small act of self-care, a reminder that my body is still capable of healing. It's given me back my optimism. Safety guidelines and best practices. While the castor oil and garlic compress is gentle and well tolerated by most, proper preparation and application are key to ensuring safety and effectiveness. Here's a detailed guide to get you started with confidence. Never apply raw garlic directly to skin. Garlic is potent and can cause burns or irritation, especially on sensitive skin. Always mix a small amount of freshly grated garlic, about 1/4 teaspoon per compress, with castor oil and apply it to a cloth, not directly on the skin. Use a barrier. Place the blend on a soft cotton cloth, flannel, or folded gauze before applying it to the skin. This ensures slow, steady absorption and prevents irritation. For sensitive areas like the face, neck, or inner thighs, strain the garlic out after infusing the oil for a milder effect. Patch test first. If you're new to castor oil or garlic, perform a patch test. Apply a small compress to the inside of your forearm for 15 to 20 minutes and monitor for redness, itching, or discomfort. If no reaction occurs, you're likely safe to proceed. Avoid internal use. Do not ingest castor oil unless under medical supervision, as it can cause cramping, diarrhea, or dehydration. This remedy is for external use only. Protect clothing and bedding. Castor oil is thick and sticky, and it stains fabrics. Cover the compress with an old towel, plastic wrap, or wear designated compress clothes, like an old t-shirt or pajamas, to prevent messes. Store and reuse safely. After each use, fold the compress cloth and store it in a zip-top bag in the refrigerator or a cool, dark place. Add a small amount of fresh castor oil before each use. Replace the cloth every 7 to 10 days or when it becomes stiff or discolored. Use heat judiciously. A heating pad or hot water bottle over the compress can enhance penetration, but ensure the temperature is warm, not hot, to avoid burns. Check the heat level against your skin before applying. Listen to your body. If you experience irritation, digestive upset, or discomfort, pause use and reassess. Start with shorter sessions, 15 to 20 minutes, and gradually increase to 30 to 60 minutes as your body adjusts. Frequency and duration. For most conditions, apply the compress 5 to 7 nights a week for at least 1 to 2 weeks, then reassess. Some prefer daytime use, 2 to 3 hours while resting, while others find overnight application more convenient for chronic issues like joint pain or fibroids. Consult a doctor. If you're under treatment for a medical condition, pregnant, or breastfeeding, check with your healthcare provider before starting. This remedy is a complement to, not a replacement for, professional care. Getting started. A step-by-step guide. Gather supplies. You'll need organic castor oil, fresh garlic, a soft cloth, cotton or flannel, plastic wrap, an old towel, and optionally, a heating pad. Prepare the blend. Grate a small amount of fresh garlic, 1/4 teaspoon for a small compress, 1/2 teaspoon for a larger one. Mix it with 1 to 2 tablespoons of castor oil in a small bowl. Let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes to infuse. Soak the cloth. Spread the blend evenly onto the cloth, ensuring it's saturated but not dripping. If using on sensitive skin, strain out the garlic particles. Apply the compress. Place the cloth over the target area, e.g., sinuses, abdomen, lower back. Cover with plastic wrap and an old towel to secure it and prevent leaks. Rest and relax. Lie down or sit comfortably for 30 to 60 minutes. Add gentle heat if desired. Use this time to meditate, read, or simply unwind. Clean up, remove the compress, gently wipe the skin with a warm, damp cloth, and store the compress for reuse. Moisturize the skin if needed. Track progress. Commit to at least 7 to 10 days of consistent use, noting changes in symptoms, energy, or comfort. Adjust frequency or placement as needed. A journey toward hope and healing. Healing is about more than alleviating physical symptoms. It's about reclaiming what pain or discomfort has taken away. Your vitality, your peace, your sense of possibility. The castor oil and garlic compress is not a miracle cure, nor does it promise instant results. But it is a gentle, intentional step toward feeling better, day by day. With each application, you're reminding your body, and yourself, that healing is possible. For many, this simple remedy becomes a cornerstone of their wellness routine, a small act of self-care that yields profound results. As one user shared, "I'd lived with joint pain for so long I thought it was just part of aging. The compressor changed that. I move easier, sleep better, and feel hopeful again." Another said, "It's not just about the pain going away, it's about feeling like I'm in charge of my health again." If you've been searching for a way to ease discomfort, support your body, or simply feel more like yourself, this remedy offers a safe, accessible starting point. Your body is still alive, still wise, and still striving to heal. By meeting it with care and consistency, you open the door to a brighter, healthier future. Take that first step today, and let the journey begin. Thank you for staying with me through this journey of discovering the gentle, powerful healing potential of castor oil and garlic. I hope you're feeling inspired and hopeful, knowing that your body is still capable of healing, no matter your age or struggles. So, what have you learned so far? Maybe it's the surprising versatility of this simple blend, the importance of consistency, or the reminder that natural remedies can bring real relief. I'd love to hear from you. Please comment below with one thing you've learned today and plan to put into practice in your life. If you like this video, please leave your thoughts, share it with someone who might benefit, and don't forget to subscribe for more natural healing insights. Let's keep choosing hope and healing together.